Always busy with quiet work that never ends. The baby finally sleeps. You sit down with your coffee, but your brain doesn't stop. Because the work never actually ended. You folded the laundry, meal prepped lunch, answered 17 messages, and reset the living room, again, and tomorrow. You'll do it all over. This is the loop no one warned you about. The kind of work that fills your day, but leaves nothing behind. No portfolio, no income, no proof you built anything at all. And here's the part that stings. You're not lazy. You're working harder than most people with corporate jobs, but at the end of the week, there's nothing to show for it except exhaustion. So let me be direct. If you're ready to break this cycle, you don't need more hustle. You need a different kind of work, the kind that compounds. The kind that builds while you're doing the dishes. I'm going to show you how to turn those invisible hours into a system that works for you, even when you're not working. No fluff, no guru promises, just strategy. Let's start with the truth. Most business advice for moms is insulting. They tell you to find your passion or start a side hustle. You have unlimited time and zero responsibilities. They assume you can drop everything, film TikToks, and scale a brand before nap time ends. That's not real life. And it's definitely not your life. Because here's what they don't say. The work you're doing right now, it's real, it's necessary, but it's also invisible. Society doesn't count it. Your bank account doesn't reflect it. And when someone asks what you do, you hesitate, not because you're ashamed, but because the language doesn't exist to describe what you actually accomplish every single day. So let me give you that language. What you're doing is systems management, resource allocation, crisis mitigation, emotional regulation under pressure. Those are executive-level skills, and they transfer directly into business. The problem isn't your ability. It's the model. You've been running someone else's system, your family's needs, your partner's schedule, your kids' routines. What if you built your own? Here's the shift. Instead of chasing income, you're going to build an asset. An asset is something that works for you after the initial effort. A YouTube channel, a digital template library, a micro course, a product recommendation site. It's not a job. You're not trading hours for dollars. You're creating something once, and it earns attention, trust, or revenue over time. And the best part, you can build it in fragments. 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there, during nap time, after bedtime, or while the baby plays independently for 8 glorious minutes. This is what I call the naptime business model, and it works because it respects your constraints instead of pretending they don't exist. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. Option 1. Content as an asset. You already have expertise. Maybe it's managing a chaotic household with 2 under 2. Maybe it's meal planning on a tight budget. Maybe it's navigating postpartum anxiety while keeping everyone alive. That's your niche. Start documenting what you've learned. Not perfectly, not with a ring light and a script. Just your phone, your voice, and your truth. Post it on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram. Build a library of content that solves real problems for people in your exact situation. Over time, that content compounds. Someone finds your video at 2 in the morning when they're struggling. They subscribe. They trust you. And eventually, you monetize through ad revenue, sponsorships, or your own products. The work happens once, the assets earns forever. If you're wondering which gear to start with, you don't need the pro version yet. The affordable ring light I linked in the description is enough to start. Natural lighting works too. Clarity matters more than production value. Option 2. Digital templates and systems. You've already built systems to survive motherhood. Meal rotation calendars, cleaning schedules, budget trackers, routine charts. Other moms need those exact tools. Create them once. Sell them on Etsy, Gumroad, or your own site. Price them low enough that buying feels easier than building from scratch. Market data shows that printable planners and organizational templates are consistently top sellers in the mom productivity category. Why? Because time is the scarcest resource, and a good system saves hours. You're not inventing anything, you're packaging what already works for you and making it accessible to someone else. Option 3. Affiliate curation. You already recommend products, baby gear, kitchen tools, books, skincare that doesn't irritate postpartum skin. Turn that into a system. Build a simple website or blog where you organize those recommendations by category. Write honest reviews, link to Amazon or other affiliate programs. When someone buys through your link, you earn a percentage. It's not passive in the sense that you do nothing, but it is leveraged. You write the review once. It earns every time someone clicks. Top curators in the parenting space typically earn through volume, not individual commissions. But volume builds over time if your recommendations are genuinely helpful. To save you the headache, I put a link to the thermal label printer that actually works in the description. It's what I use for organizing storage bins, and it's been a game changer for keeping things labeled without losing my mind. Now let's talk about the reality check. Because I'm not going to lie to you. This isn't magic. It's a setup. You won't see results in a week, maybe not even in a month. The first few pieces of content might get 12 views. The first template might sell twice. But here's what most people miss. Every piece you create is a brick. You're not building a house overnight. You're laying a foundation. And 6 months from now, when you have 50 videos, 20 templates, or 100 affiliate links, that foundation starts to pay off. The baby will still cry. The laundry will still pile up. But you'll have something that didn't exist before. A system that works while you're doing the quiet, invisible work of motherhood. Here's the part no one talks about, the psychological shift. Right now, your identity is tied to output you can't measure. You can't put kept everyone alive today on a resume. You can't quantify the emotional labor of anticipating everyone's needs before they even ask. But when you build an asset, something changes. You become the person who creates. The person who solves problems beyond your own four walls. The person who builds something that lasts, that shift matters, not because external validation defines you, but because you deserve to see your own work reflected back in a way that feels real. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one, not 3, not 5, one. One type of content you'll create. One template you'll design. One recommendation list you'll build. Give yourself permission to do it badly at first. Give yourself permission to build it in 10-minute chunks. Give yourself permission to prioritize it without guilt, because this isn't selfish. This is strategic. You're not abandoning your family to chase a dream. You're building a bridge between the work you're already doing and a future where that work has financial weight. The quiet work never ends, but it doesn't have to stay invisible forever. You can build something that lasts. You already know how. Disclaimer: this content is for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute financial or business advice. Earnings and results vary based on effort, market conditions, and strategy. Always do your own research before starting any business. Some links in the description may be affiliate links.